So, welcome everyone. I just want to share a quick story of a time where I wanted to quit real estate investing, to quit this entrepreneurial journey. So, I traveled to Asia for about 2 months, went with a few friends, and my goal there was really to understand how to run the business, work on the business, and also work in the business at reduced hours while traveling to a distant land and also learning how to do this all through a laptop. And I remember this was in November. We were in Laos and I was getting a little bit stressed because I wasn't too sure if I was going to make payroll. I had a team at the time already. They were working very hard back home. Well, most of them were working very hard back home. I started to have these doubts. Like I needed to make an extra 7 grand that week to make sure that the team got paid. Like I wasn't even paying myself just yet at that time. And I knew, okay, I just wanted to make sure the team got paid. And at that time, I started to feel a little bit of that pressure, a little bit of that doubt, and it was starting to seep in. And I was losing a little bit of sleep that week because I knew that I had to make sure my team got paid first before I can pay myself. Now, the only reason I was kind of doing that and could operate with those values and that kind of system was because I already have assets set aside, right? So for some of you guys that maybe don't have assets just yet, maybe I would focus on paying yourself first. And that is in my book, How to Never Be Broke Again, on that you do want to pay yourself first. That being said, because I already had real estate assets, had some crypto, NFTs, stocks, and a portfolio already going, I could afford to pay my team first. I get paid last because I already had assets built up. And my goal is really to build up this team to make sure that they were functioning at a higher level, making sure that they could eat and really putting them first, right? At that time. That being said, I was getting a little bit stressed out. We were in Laos. We were at a hotels hanging out with my friend Ivan there. He's actually one of our coaches at Alliance Real Estate now. And I started to notice like these doubts, these fears, kind of that voice in my head telling me like, hey, maybe you should quit. Maybe you can't do this. Maybe it wasn't a good idea to travel to Asia for 2 months and try to build this thing from a laptop. Then I kind of sat down and realized like I've already had success. I've already had these months where we've gone full time in the business. We've already built a portfolio. We're already helping our clients and our students build their own portfolio and really start scaling this thing. And that's where I just realized, hey, I got to be 100% committed to this. We hunkered down. I started waking up at 5 a.m. in Asia time, which is what about 5 p.m. in Canadian time, especially back home in Winnipeg. And that's where I would really focus on building and taking meetings. Like I would take meetings as early as 5:15. Like I'd wake up, get out of bed, go downstairs to the hotel lobby, and then just start taking these sales calls, start taking these coaching calls. And it was useful. Not only was it useful, we made the 7 grand that we needed to make that week. Team got paid and had a little bit of celebration. I was really focused on like not drinking, not partying that hard in Asia. I would only do so on the last day of the month if we hit all our goals. And that November, we hit the goals, team got paid. It was awesome. And I even made a little bit extra to pay myself and enjoy my time in Asia. But if I had quit, we would not have had started Alliance Real Estate. We would not have attracted better people on the team that were actually specialists and really awesome at what they do. And I had to go through that process to become 100% committed to our goals and to essentially this path of, I like to call business and like real estate investing, entrepreneurship, really a path of self-development with money on the tail end. So to kind of share with you guys some insights I've had on, why a lot of entrepreneurs, I'd say maybe even most entrepreneurs actually quit, is that starting a new business or project can be tough. It can be painful, scary, confusing, and unrewarding for months on end, right? This is not a job. Like you don't get paid just to show up. And if you're a beginner entrepreneur, when you have a new project that's like not taking off, you're probably like not fully locked in. Like you might have a backup plan, an escape route. Maybe it's just like there's no real consequence to your failure and you're just like not 100% committed, right? And so like that's why most people quit. There's relief from the short-term pain. is far more appealing than like the uncertain outcome of the game of business. It's the same reason, people quit marathons, people quit weight loss programs, people quit courses, people quit relationships. People just don't show up fully. And really, one of my coaches that I went to Mexico with to go to their unstoppable mastermind, Craig Ballantyne. And this is where I met a group of high performers. And we went through a 2-day training to really improve efficiency, mindset, and that mental will. And like in just those 12 hours into that masterclass, like 21 out of the 25 entrepreneurs had already began implementing what they learned. I remember going through like a hot seat where I got to sit down. The whole group of entrepreneurs and students and coaches were there giving back feedback. I was talking about like, should I hire a sales team? And they're like, yeah, you should have hired a sales team like days ago. Like you should have done that yesterday, not today. And right after that hot seat, right after I got these tips, I went upstairs to my hotel room, started texting people, and hired and onboarded 2 salespeople. So that's the power of speed of implementation. You hear me say that often. Speed of implementation is key because if you slow down, things will get in the way. Another day will pass, more obstacles will come up, and it will simply make things slower and bog you down and take that mental capital. So I often asked the coaches there, like, what separates entrepreneurs that reach their goals and those that quit? And Craig was just like, commitment, Pat. Like, it's always commitment. Like, so how can you, ones watching this, make sure that you have the commitment that you need to finish the important things that you want to do? I'll be sharing you guys 3 things that will help. If you guys have questions, comments, critiques, or concerns, put them in the chat. I'd love to answer those as well. We'll be covering a little bit of real estate as well on this live stream. But the first thing that's going to help is really have clarity of vision. There's no shortcut to this. You really need to spend time getting clear on what really matters and how you want to live your life. One of my first coaches, Nelson Camp, shout out to him, he's awesome. And he really pushes lifestyle by design, right? And this isn't easy, but here are a few starting points. Like in your ideal life, what meaningful connections will you make? What does your day to day look like? Where do you want to be in the world? Like physically, where do you want to be? Who do you want in the life that you want to create? And then also, like, how do you want to be remembered? Once you can answer those questions with crystal clear clarity, that's how you develop that why. That's how you have that burning reason to accomplish your goals. That's how you're able to wake up early when needed. That's how you're able to lock in those long hours, build a team, and really focus. Because the stronger your why is, the deeper your commitment is to see things through. So the second piece that really helped with making sure that I did not quit is public accountability. No one usually knows about our commitments. No one really has that clear cut idea of what we're going through. And when there's no risk of judgment or getting called out for not doing what we said we would do, it's too easy to just back out, right? Public accountability is insanely valuable tool if you just use it, right? This is why I go on these live streams. This is why I document the process, good or bad, wins or struggles. I'm still documenting it because I want that public accountability. I even challenged one of my friends and clients, Angelo, to get accountable to his goal of finding his perfect business model. Okay, so he just started the task of keeping a daily brag book where he's essentially going to find every business model he was interested in and then start exploring that and even try to make money with it, right? It's a combination of public accountability. This is what I'm going to do. I'm showing you guys so that there is pain and possible judgment if I don't execute, while also adding speed of implementation where, hey, you find a business model that could work. How fast can we generate income? Okay. Then essentially what I'm going to do is I'm going to check in with his results after 12 weeks. And honestly, I think he's absolutely going to crush it. He's already crushing it in his job, dealing with some difficulties with starting the business and learning all those high income skills. But he's super young. And I think that with 12 weeks of focus, a little bit of guidance, he's definitely going to crush those goals. I also have an awesome girlfriend, Christine. And thanks to her, like she also gives me that similar public accountability. And, back in late 2017, I was still studying at Université de Saint-Boniface. This is a small French university in Winnipeg. And I shared with a couple close friends this vision that I had for a perfect partner, right? Like I really sat down, broke it down line by line. Who's the type of person I actually want to spend a long-term commitment with? And within those couple months, like I was essentially dating the woman of my dreams there. But public accountability doesn't just work for business and relationships, right? It can literally help you with any type of commitment, whether it's writing a book, whether it's dropping 10 pounds, whether it's quitting booze, quitting weed. It's worked for me, it's worked for my clients. And like I get coaches that help me with this too. And I know it's going to work for you guys as well. So if you ever have that goal, just put it out in the public, right? And watch how your mind and your attention will just focus on hitting those goals, right? And even if you mess up, I think it actually makes for good branding because it shows that you're an actual person, right? I'll set goals. Maybe I hit them, maybe I don't. Whether I hit them or not, I'm sharing those results with you guys, right? Whether I'm going through difficult times, whether I'm going through easy and great times, I'm still sharing that with you guys. One is because it gives you that behind the scenes that I'm not a guru. I'm a couple steps ahead. I always say that. And I'm just trying to document the process. Here's what worked for me. I hope it's going to work for you guys. Right. But I'm not here to do it for you. Like I can't make the commitments for you. I can just give you the systems. If you sign up for our mentorship programs and our courses there, like I can help you with accountability. And this is a big reason why I do weekly check-ins with my students and do accountability check-in to make sure they're actually hitting those goals. Because we don't actually sell knowledge. Like we sell accountability and implementation. Like I want to help you reach those goals, give you all the tools, all the resources, all the coaching and training. But at the end of the day, it's still up to you to do the work. I can help you stay accountable. I can help you adjust those goals. And my team and I can help you implement these things. The third piece that's really going to help with making sure you do not quit is consequences. In case you haven't noticed, like upping the stakes, increasing your standards ups your commitment level. And that's why I'm using the power of pain to help you achieve your goal so effectively, right? Say you're trying to stick to a regular date night. This is something that my coach, Craig Ballantyne, there really pushes is that have that weekly date night and you pick the day. For me, it's usually Sundays at 6 p.m. Sometimes later, sometimes earlier, depends on the day. But you'll likely find that you're more committed to attach a significant consequence of failure to this. This could be with anything you find desirable. Doesn't have to be in business, doesn't have to be in relationships, could be any goal that you have, right? For example, maybe you want to write a check equivalent to 10% of your monthly income that you're going to donate to a cause that you dislike if you fail on hitting date night or if you fail on sitting down for an hour and a half to just create your marketing, create that sales process. If you think you'll be tempted to like not follow through, I recommend actually enlisting a friend or a mentor to help you and hold you accountable and then send this donation for you. You want a little bit of pain because human nature has it that we want to avoid pain more than go towards pleasure. It's kind of weird. I think it's a combination of both. I think Jordan Peterson talks about this, but having that pain does help in that you'll want to avoid that, which leads you towards hitting that goal, making sure that you do not quit. It's going to be much easier to stay committed to these goals so that the next time you're ready to start something, like first ask yourself, right? Like, do I mean it? Am I really committed to this? And if you are, put these three tools into place. Have a little bit of consequences, have a little bit of public accountability, add that plan and that clarity of vision. All that extra incentive can really put you through the tough times and get you across that finish line. Speed of implementation is absolutely key. So, hope that helps. If you guys have questions, comments, critiques, or concerns, put them down in the comments below. Also, if you have questions on real estate investing specifically, this was a little bit more mindset, a little bit more about setting up steps to keep you from quitting. And if you do want my help with this, like I'd love to invite you for a free real estate strategy session. These are things that we do completely free. It helps me really figure out what your situation is, what are your goals, what are the long-term, short-term tasks and goals you're trying to reach, while also figuring out what are your obstacles. Because then, after myself or my team can really help build you a customized real estate roadmap to help you reach those goals based on your custom situation, right? Because everyone's different. I work with entrepreneurs, I work with students, I work with full-time 9 to 5ers, and everyone is in a different situation. So I do not think that this is cookie cutter, that we can just give you one step shop to really hit those goals, but it really has to be customized to you. And again, that's how we help you with accountability, with implementation. And if you're someone that's just looking to start an income, maybe you're like, I want to get into real estate later on, but you really want help with like the time management piece of balancing your job or school with this income that you're starting, maybe as an active side hustle or an active business you're getting into. We'd love to help you out with that as well. I got a few students that are in my high performance and speed of implementation program that we help. But seriously, hit the link in my bio. There's gonna be an offer for a free ebook in there. But also, if you're watching this later on, make sure that you hit the link and sign up for full on free real estate strategy session. Join the free real estate strategy session. We'd love to help you out. We'd love to build you a custom plan there. Cool. So hope you guys got some value from this. Questions, comments, critiques, or concerns before I leave, because I think my laptop is about to die. But yeah, hope you guys got some value there. Again, if you guys are interested in getting into real estate or even learning how to become a high performer, DM me the word coach, or if you're watching some recording, hit the link below for the Calendly. That's the free real estate strategy session. And again, I'd love to invite you guys to get the free ebook. It's my How to Never Be Broke Again ebook. It also gets you into the newsletter. We'll be giving some special gifts this week to help you scale and have better systems in your real estate investing business. So Patrick J. Hilaire here, real estate investor and your president and principal at Alliance Real Estate. Thanks so much for joining. I'll see you guys next time.